Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone had a restful and peaceful break. I know I did, and I hope the same for you guys. I realize my class is not the center of the universe, even though it hurts my feelings a tad. I do want to remind you that before we tiptoed out of here on December 20th, I tasked you with developing a question for your final exam project. If you recall, I have asked you to select one of the 5 ideals. Select a group that ideal might affect, whether it was white men, whether it was women, whether it was non-American men. So select a group of them, and then finally whether that ideal was changed or did it remain consistent? Was it redefined or did it remain the same? I asked you to not leave on Friday until that was done. If you did that, thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. You can slide into the next phase, but if you didn't, you have till the end of today to make sure that question is formulated. If you did do that, thank you very much. Now what I'd like you to do is to begin looking through your Unit 1 MECON documents to try to find a document that corresponds to your ideal and the group you've selected. In doing so, I'd like you to open up your directions for the project. I provided an outline for you. And once you have found the document in Unit 1 that you can prove that a change occurred or did not occur based on your question, now, before you find another document in Unit 2, why don't you write down something very specific that you've decided for that Unit 1 document you could use to show a change. Remember, in your analysis, you're going to be using 2 pieces of evidence. One, the actual document that you're using, of course, as your before or after. But you're also providing a fact, an event, a concept from Unit 2, 3, or 4 to prove actually a change occurred. So write that down right away so you don't forget it. And once you've written it down and you're happy that you have now proven a change or that there was no change, a consistency, now move on to Unit 2 and try to find a document that matches up with the ideal and that same group. Again, once you've found it in a document, now you're going to have to find a fact or event or a concept that proves a change through that document. Now that we're in Unit 2, you could go back to Unit 1 to find a fact, an event, or a concept. That was the before, and now Unit 2 would be the after document. Or what you could use is the Unit 2 document to prove that that's the before, and some concept, a fact, an event in Unit 3 or 4 could prove as the after that something changed or failed to change. Again, whatever your question and thesis demands. And then write it down. Boom, put it down in that outline so you're done. And then do the same for Unit 3, do the same for Unit 4. And then don't forget, though, we have 4 units, but you have to show 5 documents. So please make sure that you do go back to either Unit 1, 2, 3, or 4 and provide a second document to make up that 5th document. Please make sure that you do not use the same event, fact, or concept twice. All right? You can't do that. So as we look even further, the whole project is worth 27 points. An additional 3 is being done through your individual reflection on your final exam day. So again, A is basically choosing your three things: your ideal, your selected group, and whether it remained consistent between 1754 and 1902, or was it redefined. Make sure you define your ideal as you introduce your question. And then as we go to C, the student's response incorporates evidence from the 5 documents selected, providing some context to what you're talking about that refers back to the document, and explaining the connection between the event, action, and writing in the selected ideal. So if you're using a website, please make sure that, or you're using, or if you are in a video blog or a podcast, as you quote or provide information as your evidence, please make sure you use the formula of, it came from Unit 1, Document 3, when you are providing evidence, as we always have. Make sure to quote if it is quotable. And then finally, make sure you're providing vocabulary so the reader or the person listening will understand, such as habeas corpus or something like that. And then finally, not beating a dead horse, but in your analysis, the student's analysis incorporates 2 pieces of evidence in your analysis, one that is the evidence, of course, and another that is common knowledge that elaborates upon the consistency or the redefinition of that ideal, to prove that the consistency or redefinition actually occurred. So that's what I wanted to make sure you guys remembered. I realize it's been a while. So do me a favor, guys, you know this. I want to give you points. Give me what I'm looking for, and I am convinced you're going to do very well. Because I care, if you have specific questions, I will do my best to answer them. All right. Please work diligently, and please be quiet for the concern of other students who actually want to do well. Have a good day.